Hallo, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video von mir. Heute geht es mal wieder um das Thema Hautpflege und ich verlinke euch auf jeden Fall auch mein Hautpflege-Routine-Video, ein sehr langes Wort, für den Morgen und in der Infobox. Da sind auf jeden Fall noch ein paar Fragen zum Thema Sonnenschutz, zum Thema Überpflegen, Pflegen im Allgemeinen aufgekommen. Und in der Zeit, als ich auch in New York war, habe ich ein Interview mit einem Hautpflegeexperten gemeinsam mit der Isabella aufgenommen. Und ich dachte, das wäre jetzt ein ganz cooler Zeitpunkt, euch das nochmal zu zeigen. Das Interview ist leider auf Englisch, allerdings versuche ich euch so ein bisschen mit Schnittbildern oder noch mit einem Blogpost analog dazu, wo ihr die Fragen nochmal in einer kleinen Zusammenfassung auch nachschauen könnt, zu helfen, falls ihr mit dem Englisch noch nicht ganz so gut klarkommt. Aber ich glaube, man kann das meiste ganz gut verstehen. Ja, und ich wünsche euch jetzt erstmal ganz viel Spaß und vielleicht auch viele neue Informationen bei dem Interview.
Thank you, Dr. Geyer. Thank you for being with me here today. And yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Dr. Adam Geyer. I am a practicing dermatologist here in Manhattan. My office is Tribeca Park Dermatology, just a few blocks from here. And I'm the Kiehl's consulting dermatologist. I've been working with them for about 8 years, both in terms of working behind the scenes in product development, but also helping to educate press around the world about some of their products.
So my first question, what should be the first step when trying to set up a new skincare routine?
I think it's important when you're launching into setting up a routine for yourself to spend a little bit of time understanding both your skin type and what your individual skincare needs are. We all differ in terms of needing more hydration, less hydration, wanting to control oil, control shine, and certainly as we age, we develop targeted concerns like loss of elasticity, lines and wrinkles, issues with pigmentation. So before diving into setting up a routine, I think it's worth the time and investment to really understand your own needs.
So is there any current skincare trend we should watch out for?
There are ever-evolving subtle changes and shifts that occur in skincare. Nothing is seismic and fast-moving, but I think that as a dermatologist who treats both medical issues and aesthetics, there's a pendulum that swings back and forth in the aesthetic realm between people looking for a more idealized or perfect look in terms of correction with no lines and wrinkles and plump, volumized skin, and then people who are looking for a more natural correction. And I think right now, in terms of dermatology and in terms of skincare, people are tending to want a more rested, youthful, and natural appearance, not something that necessarily looks wrinkle-free.
Yeah.
And so hydration as an approach for treating beauty, I think, is really re-emerging as a concept, even for those at a young age.
Yeah, cool. And what is really dangerous for your skin?
I think that the most dangerous thing, and my role as a dermatologist is to really educate both my patients and consumers about this, is the sun. And it's common sense, but all of us take for granted how harmful UV rays can be in a cumulative fashion over time. Whether it's from your walk to work in the morning, through car windows, through your office window, we get more UV exposure and light than we would expect just from our daily lives. And so putting a sunscreen on as a routine every morning before you head out the door is really the most important thing in terms of maintaining youthful and beautiful skin, but also in staving off skin cancer.
And how much sunscreen should we use in general?
So the important rules of thumb about sunscreen. The first is if you look at a shot glass, about an ounce of material, that should be enough to cover sun-exposed sites on a routine day.
Okay.
It needs to be applied about 15 to 30 minutes ahead of walking out the door.
Yeah.
If it's a chemical-based sunscreen. If it's a physical blocking agent like zinc or titanium dioxide, it can actually be applied on your way out. But it needs time to soak into the skin. The truth is, though, even with higher SPFs, sunscreen needs to be reapplied every 2 to 3 hours, which is easy if you're at the beach, a little more challenging if there's makeup involved. So it does involve a commitment to really focus on sun protection throughout the day.
And when should we start caring about anti-aging products?
In general, I think that when we're in our teens and early 20s, a lot of people are focused on preventing breakouts, minimizing blemishes, controlling oil. And it's not until the mid-20s to late 20s that some early signs of aging start to set in. Most commonly, we begin with some lines around the eyes and change in our texture and some pigmentation coming in. And so I think what people don't realize is that there are lots of simple and healthy things that aren't necessarily heavy-duty anti-aging products that they can integrate even in their 20s to stave off some of those early changes. Most specifically, antioxidants are wonderful both in the diet, but certainly in terms of skincare to prevent some of the early signs of aging. So in mid-20s is really when I advise people to start integrating some specific antioxidant-rich products. But remember that sunscreen is an anti-aging product, and that should be started from childhood.
Yeah, okay, good to know. So what is the skincare product everyone should have in their beauty bag?
In my opinion, and to the point that we were just discussing, something rich in antioxidants, or a serum rich in antioxidants that can be used either morning and night, or especially in the morning, is the most important to me. And my personal choice is a vitamin C serum. Kiehl's has a wonderful, powerful strength line reducing concentrate that is rich in stabilized pure vitamin C. And I think in terms of a single molecule that does a lot of things well, vitamin C works to stimulate collagen and to address lines and wrinkles. It has a photoprotective effect in terms of scavenging for free radicals that break through sunscreen, helps to even out skin tone, it helps to brighten the skin. Yeah. So if someone's really choosing one product for a beauty bag or a dop kit, I would always throw in there a vitamin C serum.
Okay, is it possible at all to change up your skin type?
Do you mean, can you change your skin type, or does your skin type change over time?
Oh, both would be interesting.
Okay. So in terms of does your skin type or can your skin type change over time? Absolutely. Our skin type can change from year to year, from season to season. We can go from being sensitive to having very hardy, robust skin. We can go from being dry to being oily. It can vary depending on our hormonal fluctuations and our environmental conditions, but certainly one has to be able to shift your products based on your changing skin needs, and that certainly can change over time. Can you fundamentally change your skin type willfully is a different question, because I think if someone has dry skin, they can compensate for that by applying more moisturizer, but they can't necessarily make their skin oily by applying excess moisturizer. So I think you kind of have to let your body, you can help your body out, but you might not be able to completely redirect it.
Oh, interesting, yeah. Is there any skincare myth wandering around that is completely untrue?
I think an interesting one is that acne-prone skin or people who are more oily should never apply oils to their skin. I find increasingly, whether as an oil-based cleanser or even oil-based products for use on blemish-prone skin, that if the type of oil is carefully selected and it's a non-occlusive oil, one that has anti-inflammatory benefits and is not a comedogenic oil like a mineral oil, then actually by applying something that has a composition similar to one's own sebum or natural oils, sometimes you can work to down-regulate your body's own production of oil. So you actually can modify the hypersecretion that some people experience that can lead to breakouts by applying an external amount of oil. So I think that's the big myth, is that oils have to be avoided if you have any pimples.
Okay, speaking about blemishes and pimples, what's the main cause for that?
So acne is a complex process, and I tell my patients it's usually based on 4 distinct pillars. Number 1 are your hormones that work to increase your sebum and oil production in some way, so it causes us to produce more oil. Number 2 is the blockage of that oil as it comes out of the skin, and that can be from external factors like occlusive oils or products that we apply to the skin, or makeup that's too occlusive. Or it can be that our skin cells and our pores are too tight and they're not releasing the sebum out. Number three is bacteria, which can contribute to inflammatory acne. And number 4 is a little bit harder to define and to medicate, because it has to do with the inflammation in our system. And that can vary depending on our sleep cycles, our stress levels, the way diet impacts our skin. So there are all of those factors really come together to create acne. So to treat acne, we really have to come up with a multi-system or a multifunctional approach. We need to approach our skin from a holistic sense, saying if we're inflamed, focus on rest, hydration, stress reduction. If we notice that our skin is blocked and we're developing blackheads, make sure to exfoliate and integrate whether it's a physical scrub or a chemical exfoliant to unblock the pores. And certainly judicious use of medicines to reduce inflammation can be helpful, like sulfur, and there are other over-the-counter products as well. And if all these aren't working, talk to your dermatologist about actual medications.
Okay, good. Yeah, and what's your very, very own special secret for perfect skin?
Well, I don't always have perfect skin, but I think that my secret for good skin is trying to focus both on skin health from the outside in and from the inside out. And it is making sure as much as I can to sleep well, to hydrate myself, and to give skincare products a chance to work. I find that I am a committed skincare product user, and I don't get discouraged if I don't see results within a week or two of using a product. And I find that over time, as I use the products in my cabinet, I'll see more progressive results. So it's really being willing to try things externally, but also focusing on some of the internal aspects of wellness and health as well.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, thank you very much. It was very interesting, very helpful.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me, and yeah, see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Das war es jetzt auch schon fast mit diesem Video. Wenn ihr noch mehr Fragen zum Thema Hautpflege habt, stellt sie einfach unten in den Kommentaren. Vielleicht kann ich nicht alles beantworten, aber es gibt ja ein paar sehr, sehr fitte Leute auf YouTube und auf Twitter. Vielleicht helfen die einfach, werden auch ein bisschen Teil von der Konversation. Und dann können wir uns ja gemeinsam darüber noch ein bisschen austauschen. Mir macht es auch total viel Spaß, mehr darüber zu lernen. Und ja, deswegen, wenn ihr noch was Neues zu dem Thema wisst oder vielleicht auch noch eine Empfehlung habt für einen Experten oder YouTuber zu dem Thema, immer gerne her damit. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und ansonsten sehen wir uns wie immer in einem neuen Video wieder. Bis dahin, tschüss!